So it's garbage time right now, and if you drive around the hood, you're gonna notice one thing: boxes, 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 boxes of flat screen TVs. Now, a lot of these TVs look like they might cost around 1,200. The stimulus check just came through, so you know what's going on, right? But it's weird. But I know what you're saying. Yeah, they went to buy flat screen TVs with their stimulus check. Think about it this way. Now, if they went and bought some flat screen TVs with their check, they're actually putting the money right back into the economy, right? You know, poor people makes this world go around. You got to realize that. They really do.
24 hours, sunset to sunset. She's a dark flower, or jet black rosy. That's how they know her. The Rolling Stone, the Rolling Stone, the Rolling Stone.
Welcome back to the Midday Smoke Break. My name is Roland. You already know that by now. Welcome back to another episode. This is episode numero 65. I almost forgot that one. That's episode number 65. We rolling out here. My elbow's ashy. Let me see. No, it just looks ashy for a second. Oh, okay. We rolling out here. We're back. We're back with another episode, guys. Oh, man. What's on a smoke break today, huh? Let's start with that. Now, on a smoke break today, it's the same as last week. It's YG400. Now, from this dispensary, that's kind of my favorite strain, YG400, because it's low cost, but it gets you higher than other stuff there. So YG400. And it's a small roll because I'm running out. So it's a thin roll, a personal blunt, personal roll. Okay, so while I spark this up, I'm going to put on the music real quick. Now, last week I told you I'm going to introduce you guys to more indie artists, to expose you guys to people with no exposure. So here we go. This is day one of that promise. So I'm going to live up to it, see how it goes this week, and I might continue it, I might not. Let's see how it goes, okay? So let me put on my headphones real quick. Again, this is YG400. Hold on. Gotta go. Here it is. Now, the artist's name is Strange Child. And this is Winter. He doesn't have more work out there right now. It doesn't seem like it. Just stumbled upon this. So, now I'm going to expose you guys to it.
We're designed like snowflakes in wintertime, but are unkind to those who may be different than I hush you out to more than just a home. We seem to forget all of us are so assumptions we have, never letting go.
Oh, sorry, forgot to introduce myself. I don't believe we've met.
Hey, the name's Strange Child. I'ma stay strange and I'm straight. Wow, beefing and out when it drop. I'm a mini rock, pull up in a minivan. I'm not in a drop top. Most wouldn't recommend doing it my way. Kinda got some people looking at me sideways. The kid came through and he reppin' Yahweh. Now I finna do it for the rest of my days. They closed off like a lockdown. I've been built up and I've been shot down. Certain kind of folk, they don't want me round town. Don't like my approach, they ain't feeling my style. Hey, but that's okay. I don't care about them Benjamins I don't make. Honestly, but regardless of politics, I'ma demolish it, breaking down all the hate. Yeah, new kid on the block. 3 minutes on the clock. Look like that's all I got to tell when I'm about, it's about to drop.
Yo, I'm surprised it's like you. I didn't listen to this far along yet.
Let's bring it back. Got the whole thing lit. We feeling that. Turn up. Hey, let's get it.
Oh shit, he took a turn. It's NDM now. You know, when I drink from my water bottle, I know you can see me if you're on the video. I never put my lips on the tip, on the mouth of it. Just for germ purposes, I guess. I mean, it's not like I have lipstick on, but it's a plastic tip, you know? Keep it clean. I really like the progression of his beats. Yeah, he is talented.
Yeah, I'm a Christian. Let me make that explicit. But don't put the little E by the track. I'ma rap what I think finna make them listen to all the words that I'm spitting.
Okay, so
backed up by the word, nothing different. Get a whiff of what I'm cooking up in the kitchen.
Okay. So, let me take off my headphones. So, from what you could hear, he's pretty talented. The way he mixed the transitions, the beats, you don't get bored easy. So, he's a unknown artist. I don't know how I just stumbled upon him. He doesn't seem to have a lot of other works out, but if he keeps going, he does have an ear and he does have talent from what I could hear, from what it seems like, okay? So that has been Strange Child, and that was Winter. The song is called Winter. I don't think it's streaming. I doubt it, but, you know, if you search, you might find it. Okay, so let's start off with the Stoner Score today. The Stoner Score today. Now, a few albums dropped this past week. One of it was Drake's, and I think it was a mixtape. I'm not sure, but it's called Dark Lane Demo Tapes. So I'm guessing it's a demo tape or mixtape, but I don't know what they call things anyways these days because it's all streaming. So it's all basically an album. I don't know how they're trying to use legal terms for contracts, so I'm not privy to any of that, so I'm not going to talk about that. So I listened to the album, and Drake did what he usually does. He does best. You know what it is. He enticed you with his, you know, his bangers, you know, his street bangers, and then he slides in the album, and it's all full of stripper music. So some light skin music, you know, you need some lotion for that. You need to put on some lotion to listen to this, man. That's how it is. But he had a lot of hits in there, a lot of really, really good songs in there, but there are some skippables. You can't just, I've always explained what the Stoner Score is, so it's something you got to leave in the background. You could chill with your boys or your girls, it's whatever you guys are doing, hanging out, and it's songs that gives you that vibe. Usually, you might be smoking. Whatever you're doing, that's on you. So, will you just leave this album out to just roll through with your boys? Nah, too many slow songs in there. Too many lotion music, you know, way too many of that. And that, I don't know if I've talked about it before on this show. My favorite Drake project is If You're Reading This It's Too Late. It's because all his previous albums, he always tricks people, or not people, but niggas. He tricks niggas. I'll put it like that, because he'll come out with a video or the club banger on the album, on the promo tour leading up to the album. So he'll drop like 2 hits of street shit, you know, things you could bop to, things that slap. Okay, so you think that's all that's gonna be on the album, but when you get the album, it's full of, he's singing to strippers. Like, I don't know about you, but I'm no female stripper, so I could never relate. You know, it's always on that singing slow shit. Yeah. Drinks of it. I'm not even gonna try, man. I feel like a fraud trying that shit. But this album, this project is no different from that. He has some good hits in there. He has a lot of good hits in there, but it's no different from, he has too many slow songs. So I dropped the score back down to about a 7. It's still good. It's a good project. It's a very good project, but for the purposes of the Stoner Score, it's not something you could just leave in the back while your boys are around, you know? That ain't the vibe, dog. You ain't gonna be singing about I miss you or whatever they singing about, man. Some lotion and shit. But nah, so Drake's new tape, that gets about a 7, okay? It could be an 8, 7, 8, either or, but 7 most likely. So let's move on to Lil Baby's My Turn Deluxe. He just dropped the deluxe album for My Turn, and My Turn came before I started the Stoner Scores. So when I first heard My Turn, the original, it because it was the number one album I was anticipating throughout the whole year, 2020. Lil Baby has been my favorite artist the whole 2019 to 2020, so I was waiting for his project the whole time. I was waiting. Then he dropped My Turn. A few experiments in there, so it kind of dropped it down. The score kind of went down a little bit, but the deluxe kind of pushed it right back up, right way back up. I'm giving it a 10 in stoner scores. So this is something you could leave in the background and it just slaps the whole way through. And Lil Baby's the deluxe version, definitely. It gives you ample amount of songs, ample amount of minutes, so you don't have to look for something else after it runs through. It's not like a 7-album project. So, I mean, 7-song project. So it's very good. The deluxe is very good. I like the additions. It was good. I liked it. So My Turn Deluxe, the deluxe got boosted up to a 10. The regular, probably around an 8. The regular was around an 8, but the deluxe, yeah, that's a 10. It kind of, with the extras, yeah, it kind of bumped the rate back up there. So an artist you might not be aware of, that you might not listen to often, is Mozzie. He dropped the album. Now, the album is called Beyond Bulletproof, and he dropped it, and I haven't really listened to any of his previous projects, so it was all new to me. And if thugs could show emotions, this would be that album. So this is as emotional a thug could get, really. So he's singing about girls, but he's not doing it like Drake does it, you know? But it also has a lot of bangers in there, some that I really liked. And his album kind of made me search for King Von, which is another young artist. And I don't know what it is, but this whole past week I've been into like hardcore, I say gang music, like Crips. Well, I'm around Crip territory, but Crips. There's the hardcore music in that genre. Recently, I don't know why. So King Von is one of those, and like guys like King Von, 30 Deep Grimy, or there's a couple of them, and it's strange how the gangs, they're all named after their street, and around here there's 30, 40, 50, 60 Crips. So when they mention it in the songs, you could basically know where their hood's at. That's just a tangent. So back to the Beyond Bulletproof for Mozzie. I'll give it around an 8. It was a good project. This is something, if you're going to go buy drugs, your drug dealer will have this on, and if you have to go in the back of his car to get it, and he wasn't ready to give it to you, so he has to wait in the front seat, and then the radio is just playing. This is something you'd be hearing, okay? I know that was very specific, but I made it up. Okay, so now that we've talked about the stoner score, it's time to talk about, still coronavirus. It's going on. And it's weird. Every time I make an update to this, the very opposite comes right next, like the next day. Like after I drop this, then the whole consensus switches right back. Like I'm talking about remdesivir, that drug by Gilead Pharmaceuticals. This is like the third time I'm coming back. I'm flipping back. As soon as I drop something, the next day, FDA approves the drug to speed up the symptoms of coronavirus. So it does help. Trump released a statement. So the remdesivir, last week I said it ain't doing shit. Well, the first week I said, yeah, it's the good drug. Then the next week I was like, it ain't doing shit. It ain't really cure. But now we're flipping. So Gilead has a good stock boost again. So I hope this doesn't change tomorrow. This is why I think it's a little different when I do a 1 episode a week show, because like something will just change the very next day I drop this. Then it'll take a week for me to respond. But hey, it is what it is, So I also mentioned last week that Kim Jong Un might be dead. And then they're saying he's been seen in public, but they're not really sure about the sources that say he was spotted. Like they don't really trust the sources that are spotting him. And think about it. If he was really dead, you really think they'll tell us? Like anybody will know? Like, how long do you think they'll go without telling people? I think they could go years without letting you know he's dead. Like years, and you would not know. Because you know the way how the country is set up, that's very possible. So he could be dead for many years on that Tupac shit. Like, imagine this. You know he has body doubles. You know at least 2. Yeah, in the position he's in, the kind of leader he is. So he has at least 2 body doubles. So he's going to be spotted for a while, but you're never going to see him like you used to see him. Because he might be dead, yo. Straight like that, he might be dead. So I'm sure after I drop this, and it's gonna be a week before my next show, tomorrow they're gonna say, hey, he's here, he's outside. He's tracking and tracing you, nigga. Now, MMJ News. Now, High Times, if you're not familiar, High Times, the magazine publisher, or the publisher now, because magazines are not really what they used to be. So they just acquired Humboldt Heritage Incorporated. If you're not familiar, Humboldt is a producer of cannabis, a huge producer. I might have used their product on this show before, because I don't really name the names of where I've gotten them from. But Humboldt is pretty huge. It's Humboldt County, California, and they bought it for about $80 million. Now this is different. Like, I just joked about how the magazine and newspaper business is not really what it used to be. So this makes very good sense that they're going into it now. They might just have a bunch of shops. They already have the recognition. High Times has been around for decades, I think. Yeah, at least 3 decades. I'm guessing. I'm not looking it up, but at least around 3 decades or so. So their name recognition, the brand recognition is high. I know Humboldt Farms or Humboldt County cannabis as their actual strains. They make the strains, they grow it, they're producers of it. They're not really dispensaries. So it's kind of different. It's very different. I'm sure they're just going to label it. What I think they're going to do, I'm guessing they're probably just going to rebrand it High Times and just keep flooding the market with it. So you buy it because you already know High Times. If you go into your favorite dispensary and there's different categories and you say High Times, oh yeah, everybody knows High Times. Right? So their name recognition is at a all-time high. So this is a very big move. $80 million. It's a very big move. I didn't expect them to jump into this soon because it's still illegal nationally. But we'll see what happens. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, so now I just want to touch on things that you might not be familiar with. They have something to do with the media. Now, Trolls 2, if you're not familiar, if you're not a kid or if you don't have children, Trolls 2 just dropped recently and it went straight to on demand on streaming networks, on streaming platforms. Now, because obviously all the theaters are closed because there's a nationwide lockdown, so they just dropped it straight on demand, and it did so well, so well that Universal is kind of thinking about doing this later on, just skipping the middleman, the theaters, and just go straight on demand because they made a lot of money and they didn't have to split it because they would have to split 50-50 with the AMC theaters and other theaters. They have to split the box office tickets. But now it's an 80-20 split with like Amazon's, the Googles, the streaming platforms that are fighting right now. So it's 80-20. That's a lot less than 50-50. So they're thinking about going that route now, just going straight to you. But AMC retaliated. They're banning all Universal's pictures from all AMC theaters, and that's a huge AMC theater. Is kind of like number one, so they're banning Universal pictures from all the theaters. We'll see how this goes. This is something you should keep a watchful eye on. This is something you should watch because it's big if all the new movies just go straight to you instead of waiting and go to theaters and the whole 9 yards. Instead of waiting like 5 months before it gets released, you could just, as soon as it goes out, you could just watch it on your laptop, on your phone. This is something to watch. It's something to watch. Okay, that's why I'm bringing it up. And it's kind of weird that AMC bans Universal, but it's business. Okay. And something else that's going on is Michael Jordan just did a documentary. Well, he didn't do a documentary. A docuseries on Michael Jordan just dropped, and it's like the biggest docuseries ever right now. It's breaking records, and everybody loved Michael Jordan, so everybody's watching it. Everybody's stuck at home and watching it. There's no other sport to watch at all. So everybody's watching it. It's breaking a lot of records. That's something I've been meaning to watch. I've just been busy doing other things, but I'm going to watch it. I really want to see it, see how Jordan really was, because I wasn't old enough to know the gravity of what he was doing at that time. Because LeBron is my MJ. So I'm going to have to watch it. I haven't seen it yet. I know that's all analysts and all sports shows. This is all they could talk about, literally. This is it. All the shows talk about live sports, and there is none. So let's talk about Michael Jordan 24/7, every single day. That's all they talk about. Oh, my God. Now, before I get out of here, I want to bring back a segment real quick that you might not, it's not gonna, if you're listening, it's not gonna mean much to you, but if you're watching, it's what's in my box. What's in my box? I'm doing it again. What's in my box? Ha. So this is something video only, obviously. So let me see what's in my box. I'm reaching into the box. What's this? Oh, did you hear that? Okay, now if you're just listening to me doing this, I'm kind of waving a gun at the camera, and it's a bug gun. It's called bug assault. It's a bug gun. Have you ever just hated those flies so fucking bad you just want to shoot them? So you put salt in here and cock it back like a shotgun, and it shoots with high velocity assault ammo at the bugs, and they die. Yeah. So next time a bug is around, you see a bug, you ain't playing with me. Man down.
Don't worry about the future. We're in good hands.